Welcome back to the GAA Handball Show. Over 120 schools around the country have put in one-wall handball courts following GAA Handball Ireland's One Wall Challenge initiative. And the latest, despite having no previous knowledge of the game, are already making major plans for the future.
Good.
During last term, the PE department, with the World Championship coming up, decided what they could do about handball. So we were able to obtain some finance and provide for the school 4 handball courts.
Just give me a chance to hold on.
You're in a very strong Gaelic games area here. There are 9 clubs in 3 mile off the centre of Coalisland. There are camogie teams, there's a Ardoyne team, girls Gaelic football, all here. We never had handball and I don't know why. A very, very strong Gaelic area, and it's great to see the reintroduction of it.
Over the last couple of years, there's been that sort of build-up on the handball, and it's always been present. If you're playing Gaelic football, you're going to the likes of Primary and Carrickmore and Lochmacquarie. You always knew there was handball alleys there, but we didn't have any. You know, and the initiative started coming along. We started moving to schools regular. Youngsters start talking about it, you start seeing the press, and the kids started asking me about the handball. So we looked into it, and when we got some help and the help built into the school, the youngsters took it immensely.
It's cheap to take part. All they need is a ball to take part. So there's no big cost for them either for girls, or they don't have to go to maybe like a gym where other people are taking part. And they could play it for young girls, especially at home, or anything, that they could play it up against a wall at home. At school here we have 4 handball walls, but we find that they're playing against any wall that is available.
Give me a chance to hold on.
I've never seen as much an uptake in a sport as handball. We have everybody from the first years to the year 12s. Everybody's playing it, and they're playing it everywhere.
They love the idea of being in the alley on your own, that you're not relying on anybody else. If you're getting beat, you have to knuckle down yourself. So I think there's a real good self-discipline aspect in it as well. But plus, the main thing is it's just enjoyment.
Give me a chance to hold on.
I really like playing handball because when you're sitting in class and it's like 12:15, you're just coming down to get your lunch, and it's amazing. You just can't wait to get in and smash that ball, and then it's like playing everybody, and then it takes out your frustration. And then that's all I have to say.
Leis Balla Shaw here. It's Badger Leis here in the past. Here's the skull. Clockner here with Leis and Leroy Slava here. No the skull. Look at the Tashi on Tabel Tack here. Going in Shansaka here, Shinayana.
So many children here playing, and even the standing up one's great for all the age of them. You know, when I started off, like we did play at school, but it was up against the wall, and that's how we kept it going through school. There was a few of us down, but the talent here and the boys are great, and they love it, and there's a real thrive about handball now. You know, there's a lot of talk about the game, whereas before it wasn't really spoke about, so it's good to see.
If you want to learn more about how to introduce GAA Handball to your school or club, then please log on to the National GAA Handball website at www.gaahandball.ie. The build-up to the men's Open title decider was absorbing for the thousands who made the journey west. When the action entered the Final Four stage, it was only Tyrone's Rory Kelly who was left to fly the Ireland flag against the stars of USA and Puerto Rico.
You're not shy.
Tremendous action served up soon brought an all-Puerto Rico final. Before we bring you some of the highlights of that final, we provide a snapshot of many other players who featured over the One Wall Nationals weekend.
I was on a Operation Transformation last year, so I think my biggest goal obviously was to drop the weight. So I'm 5.5 stone down now. I got great reaction from the public, which is brilliant. And my main goal in everything was obviously lose a bit of weight. Get back playing with the kids again, you know, feel my age, and also get back playing handball, which was a huge a huge plus for me, and it's great to be here today. To see such an influx of international players is amazing, and just to see 5 and 6 year olds walking around bouncing a handball, I mean, that's the future of the sport. My focus is the Worlds next year in October 2012, which is in Ireland. So I'm looking to lose maybe another 2 stone, but just to get back playing handball, that's what I said that I'd do in the show, and I think I've proven that this weekend.
Weekend is my first time here, and no, one while I was growing in Ireland, like, it's becoming very, very big, and with the Olympics and that coming up, hopefully trying to get that into like as well. That it's a great weekend, like over 500 players in one complex, like at 5 courts. You can't get any better than that, really. Like.
Players included a father and son who contested finals at under 14 and over 40 on the weekend.
Handball's part of my life now because father started it about 3 years ago along with the brothers, Connor and Martin, and now it's come down to Sean here now and Emer and Aoife, so it's just generation after generation, and it's definitely handball's for the future now. It's looking very good. It's nearly a holiday now, so every year you referees plan for the next year, like, so it's going to get bigger every year, so it'll end up in the next day next year probably, so a week. So it's definitely a good weekend, like, so family wise they all can come out and watch the handball, and everybody's there, so definitely a good weekend.
This weekend I do look forward to it every year, but this year was great, especially with the Americans and all over. I just seen how much, that everybody can even come up. It was just great this time. I mean, the weather was fantastic, and then this year they were playing outside, which was good as well, and Emer had that experience, and that's with winning as well. No, it was just good, very good.
In the Open decider, the added intrigue of friendship and rivalry mixed in with the spectacular pace and power of the two very different styles of Mendes and Amaro had the Irish fans engrossed.
I mean, they're two great characters, obviously. I mean, on and off the court, and they've been fantastic over there the last few days. What are you hoping for in this final, and what sort of expectation do you have in terms of who might win it?
Well, both players are very animated, and Herman is a very lively character, and Wally's a little bit more composed, a little bit more quiet.
Fantastic stuff here at the minute.
Fantastic playing.
Just out?
Oh, it's out. Okay.
What a shot.
Fantastic power play by Herman.
Fantastic shot. We've seen that shot a lot over the last few days. Wally is going well at the minute. He's 14 minutes to win the first game.
Brilliant.
That is how you finish the game.
That's perfect. Yeah.
What a performance here by Wally in that first game. What a performance.
Very nice.
Nice. This is a fantastic rally to win now. Oh,
whoa.
Yes, he's got it.
Oh.
No! Oh, nice drop shot by Herman to the right corner. That was a big play.
You have to at least serve. Even if you get a short, then you can do something else, but you have to play ball. And that's out.
And that's it. And Herman takes the second match, so we're going to go to the tiebreaker.
Yeah, a brilliant performance by Herman to make it 1 game all. This is a really fantastic final here, the men's open final. Oh, you're in big trouble.
Great shot down the line on the right.
Good serve, isn't it?
He's not taking any chances.
Championship point.
And this has been an absolutely brilliant performance by him.
At the conclusion, Mendes found his range for the title, and that brought the curtain down on another high-profile weekend of handball action for GAA Handball. Plenty to reflect on for players and officials of a weekend which could be historic in terms of what will come in the future.
We're now forming a new international federation. 33 countries will be initially taking part of that, and we launched a new strategic plan today. So the build-up towards that is that the ultimate goal we'll be looking for is to be in the Olympic Games, and we believe that now is a very, very realistic target.
It's a tremendous weekend. To come to something like this, I mean, it's just extravagant. This is something you remember for the rest of your life, and the hospitality here has been so good, and the organization is just, I mean, you can't ask for nothing better out of handball than what the GAA is doing.
Growing up in New York, I never thought anywhere outside of New York there was handball. So once I found out that it was played exuberantly in Ireland, I said, how can I not take the chance and go there and participate and share the love that every other player, every other fan has with the game.
All the different countries, English have been coming here for a couple of years now. It's good to see a young Italian team over, and as Puerto Ricans and Americans as well. You know, it's good to see them over here. Like they're the true exponents of this game, and you know, it's great that they've made the trip over, and you know, we can compete against them. You know, we played against them in internationals in Italy and in Portland, so you know, it's good to have them here.
I firmly believe I got to thank the Irish for many years ago creating this sport. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the drive or the passion that I have today to be able to win this beautiful trophy. And this is only the beginning to a long journey that we have ahead of us. Hopefully, all your kids in these clubs, like you call them here, following our footsteps and continuing the right path.
You know, I was contemplating coming next year for the Worlds, but just being here, I'll definitely be back next year.
We will bring you more on this special 2012 event later in the series, but join us again after the break in episode 4 as we take you on a trip to see the traditional game of 60 by 30 handball played at its very best.